This is a tutorial on how to use SQL, use basic statements in SQL. Here I'm going to create a table, add values to the table, and display the contents of the table I've created. First step to create a table is to enter in the keywords create table. Now in SQL you have keywords, which I want to type in all capital letters, and then names that I give to the tables or the column names I'm going to type in lowercase to differentiate. So I'm going to call this table student data info. Okay, and the next step that I need to do in creating a table is to place my column names in parentheses. So I've typed my parentheses, and my first column name will be first name, and I've abbreviated it a little. I have to give it a data type, which is I'm going to use varchar2. Varchar, if you use that data type, the data you can enter into the column can be either letters, numbers, or symbols. And you also have to give a limit to how long your data will be. I'm going to give it, I'd rather be safe than sorry, so I'm going to use 12, even though more than likely someone's first name will not be that long. That line needs to end with a comma. Second column will be last name. I'm going to give it the data type of varchar for the same reasons that I stated for first name. And my third column will be grade. In grade, I'm going to give a data type of char. Char is used when there's a fixed length of data. I'm going to use letter grades. Letter grades are just one character long, so that's why I'm using char, and I'm going to give it the data length of 1. That concludes the columns I'm entering in for this table, so I'm going to close the parentheses, and I am going to press enter, and I'm going to do a /. What that does is let SQL know I want to execute. And if I'm successful, I'll get a message that says table created. Okay. Next step, we're going to enter data into the table. So to enter data, we need the keywords insert into. I'm going to type that in caps since it's keywords. I need to give the table name. My table name is student data info. And before we do that, just to show that there's no information already entered into this table, we're going to do a statement called select asterisk from student data info. What this says is select, please show, asterisk means all columns and any information within them columns from the table called student data info. Let's execute it. There are no rows selected. This is a brand new table. There's no information entered. So now we're going to start entering data. So this step here is not anything that you have to do, but it's just a step I just want to show that there is no information already in the table. So to enter data, we need the words insert into. We need to give the table name, which is student data info. Come down here, we need to use the keyword values. Now I'm going to enter in information in each of these columns that I've just created. So I don't have to enter in the column names, I just need to enter in the values. But say I just wanted to enter in the first name and grade, not the last name. Then right here, I would have to enter in the column names, because if you if you don't enter in data for all the columns, the SQL will get confused. It doesn't know where to put which column to put the data in. So in that case, you need to enter the column names. But I'm entering in data in all columns, so I don't need the column names. So to enter in the information, I need a parentheses. I need to enclose my data in single quotes. First piece of data I'm going to enter in is Mary, single quotes. Information is separated by a comma. Last name I'm going to give is Jones, comma, and her grade is A. Close parentheses. Let's execute that. I should get if there's no errors, a message that the row was created, which I did. Now, I'm going to introduce you something called text editor. And you pull that up by doing ED. Text editor just allows you to type in SQL statements easily. I'm going to use this same format for, well, let me go back, talk a little bit more about the text editor. The text editor allows you to make corrections before executing. Say right here in this statement. We'll go here. Let's stay here. Say I typed this line, but I had spelled the student table name wrong, and I was down on this line. And when I was on this line, I realized it, and I was like, "Oh shoot! I need to make a correction up here. I need to press enter and type both statements all over again, because in SQL, once you have left a line and you're onto a new one, you can't go back to that line. But with the text editor, you can jump between lines with no problems. So I want to keep the same format. I just want to change the names and the grades of the data. Okay. And in doing that, I erased information that I needed, so I do need to actually type this information over. It's no problem. Student data info. Okay. Values. Call this person and she gets a grade of B. Close parentheses. And in the text editor, to make the information here appear here, I'm going to move this box over. There's a red box. This text editor is long. Let's see if I can shorten it so it can all fit in the screen. Okay, I can. I need to type this, click this red X. Gives me this message. Do you want to save changes? I say yes, save. And it makes the information appear here. Type the / which is used to execute. I should get a message that one row was created. Let's go back to our text editor. And let's just change the names here. Let's change this to Kelly. Let's change this to Green. And this person got a C. Not BC, but a C. Again, that's that. Yes, I want to save the changes. Appears there. Execute. Row created. So far, no errors. Now to see the table that I created, the columns and all the values, we want to type that statement that we typed earlier. Select star from, select asterisk from, and the table name student data info. And this time you should see information appear, which we do. See the information for Mary Jones here, information for Jill Scott, the information for Kelly Green. And that concludes how to create basic statements in SQL, creating a table, inserting values into that table, and then displaying the values of that table along with the column names. I hope this has been informative. Thank you very much.